happy Monday. So, I didn't do this last night. Kind of got off task moving things around in my apartment, some furniture and stuff. So, we are back with another F1 talk. As you see, you are seeing the winner and the two podium drivers with the winner from the Mexican Grand Prix this past weekend on Sunday. Lando Norris won the race. Charles Leclerc finished second. Max finished third. So, my outtake for this is this. We now have a new leader in the F1 championship. Max is still sitting in third, but he is still inching his way closer and closer to possibly getting his fifth world championship. Charles Leclerc is already out of it. We already know that. But he's coming off strong. 4 races to go. We got 2 more sprint races. Las Vegas is coming up too. And then we got Yas Marina, the season finale at Yas Marina at Abu Dhabi. So, my outtake for the Mexican Grand Prix was great. I love how Lando Norris is now the point leader in the 2025 season. Max is inching his way closer and closer. Charles Leclerc, Ferrari, getting up there, getting really good speed, getting really good pace. I can really see Ferrari doing something in the near future. I can kind of see Ferrari bringing home a world title and another constructors championship here pretty soon. The way that Charles Leclerc has been racing the past few races, I can kind of see that being a really good outcome. So, all in all, the Mexican Grand Prix, I think, went really well. I've seen highlights of it. It looked really good. It looked, from the standpoint, it looked really good. Max starting 5th and finishing 3rd to give him the drivers getting closer to inching to being in between those 2 McLaren boys, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. That is a good sign. And again, I am not going to count out Ferrari next year. We'll get to that take at the end of this season. But however, if we take Ferrari out of this, these 2 guys right here, Max and Lando and Oscar, which I do not have a car for Oscar Piastri. So leading to this, I think Max still has a good opportunity. A lot of people still say he does. Now, in Brazil, it is going to be a sprint race weekend. So, which that means is they're going to have another sprint race and the Grand Prix Sunday. So, with that being said, Max has a good possibility if he can win at Brazil and sweep Brazil, win the sprint, get the fastest lap also in the Grand Prix, win the Grand Prix. He's probably going to take over the second spot at after Brazil, if he can do it. Now, I'm not saying he can't, but I could definitely see him doing it. Another thing I could see happening here going into Brazil is there's a lot of writing on the wall that Oscar's car is getting slower, Max's car is getting faster, Lando's car is getting faster. So, in my personal opinion, I honestly think that it's going to come down to Max and Lando for the Drivers' Championship. Now, however, I could be wrong, but I honestly think that's going to be what you're going to see. Is Max going to win his 5th World Drivers' Championship? We'll see. Give me your opinions. You can always give me your opinions at the end of this video or even in this live stream. Let me know what you all think. But I'm going to also focus on Team Red over here. So, Ferrari has been struggling a little bit for the past few years. But it seems like Charles Leclerc and Ferrari are getting faster as it progresses into the season. Now, could Charles Leclerc get a couple of more podiums before the end of the year? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Can I see Sir Lewis Hamilton doing it? Yeah, absolutely. But I could totally take away from that. Now, another person that I'm definitely going to keep an eye on here is Ollie Behrman. Ollie finished 4th at the Mexican Grand Prix. Can Ollie give him some more points for Haas to boost Haas up next year for next year's season. That's going to be an interesting sequence there. But I think in my mind, the writing is kind of on the wall here. This is how I'm going to conclude this, ladies and gentlemen, because there's really nothing else to talk about this. In my opinion, I think with Oscar getting slower, I think it's going to come down to Lando and Max for the Drivers' Championship. And it could come down to the last race of the year with those two, like it did in 2021 with the controversial season. This time, I don't think it's going to be controversial at all. I think this time it's just going to come down to two young guys battling it out for his first or his fifth. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit in depth into next season. The cars are supposed to get a little bit smaller. So I think everybody is going to kind of struggle a little bit next year. But this is just my opinion for next year. But again, Charles Leclerc and Team Red are doing wonders being on the podium twice in back-to-back weeks. So I can see Charles Leclerc making a huge impact towards the end of the season and maybe beyond. Now, I'm going to get into the off season when we get to the final race of the year at Abu Dhabi to round it out. So right now, keep your eyes open, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a big F1 fan, keep your eyes open for these two drivers right here, because I think these are going to be your two that are going to battle it out for the title. I think Oscar is kind of slowing down a little bit. I think McLaren is kind of pushing Lando to the max, and Max Verstappen, as usual, coming out swinging towards the back half of the season like he did in 2021. I could kind of see Max inching closer and winning this thing. Now, I could be wrong. If Lando wins his first, so be it. That would be great. It would be cool to see Lando win his first. It would be cool to see McLaren win their first world title since 2008 with Lewis Hamilton. So that would be really cool to see that. But again, Red Bull and Max are getting stronger and stronger, it seems like, towards the end of the season. And this is exactly what happened in 2021. Lewis would have had the win in 2021, but it came down to the end. Max won a few more races than Lewis did, won 10 races that year. Max has won a little less than he has been over the years, but Max kind of has an opportunity to spoil the McLaren 1-2 this year. So with that being said, keep an eye out for Lando and Max at the end of this year. Lando is now your new leader. So that's how I'm going to end this video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to make a quick little shout out here to the guys that are on my live here. I want to say that's, I think your name is Jack62. What's up, bud? The Bud Files, appreciate you tuning in. John Poole, I appreciate you tuning in. Give this live stream a big like. Share this video. Comment your thoughts about this video. You can always pitch in and let me know what you think. And I will catch you in the next video. Peace.